It's nearly impossible to imagine what it was like for him. He had just single-handedly taken everything from Gale. And it's not like he was just going to rebuild the Guild Forge. No, he was going to leave it the way it was because he could care less about it. He didn't kill Gale and take everything from him for the fame and the riches and the Guild Forge. He did it for revenge. He could care less about everything else. He could care less about the Guild Forge. He could care less about the Empire and everything that went with it. You're a fool if you think he took over for the riches and for the fame. He simply did it for his revenge. He's an insane man, and he'd go to any length to do exactly what he wanted, and he got what he wanted. As Waffle said during the whole thing, it was very surprising to see this side of Gale. It had never been seen before. It was something unique in the server. And I never really got the revenge type thing. I never cared that Kingslayer took everything from me. I was never full of rage. I just stopped caring. However, the ex-members of the Empire that were loyal simply didn't take this. They convinced me to lead one final attack on the Guild Forge to take over and to finally regain our country. I thought it was insane. I thought it was a crazy idea, but they said they would go with me. And that is exactly what happened. 7 of them, including me, decided to go back and hopefully kill Kingslayer. A quite simple what the hell do we do now meeting was held at the Guild Forge. This meeting's purpose was exactly what I just said. What do we do? We just served our purpose. Gale is gone, we're in control of the Empire now, we have the Guild Forge. However, as I mentioned earlier, Kingslayer doesn't care about the Guild Forge. He simply just wanted to get his revenge, and that's exactly what he's got. So at this point, Kingslayer has no purpose. He doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to take care of the Forge. The Forge is just this destroyed country. Like, what the hell is the point of taking care of it? So the first thing Kingslayer does is completely dismantle the Empire. Now, at this point, the Empire doesn't exist. Hearing that was quite sad for me, and it kind of motivated me to get my revenge. At this point, Veronia was getting furious because not even the Veil was responding to an alliance request between the two countries. So Veronia was on its own, and some spies were in Veronia telling Kingslayer about everything that was happening. So when the meeting at Veronia was held, discussing the plan and how to attack the Guild Forge, Kingslayer knew all about it. Now, the members that work with Kingslayer, which is where all the other seats are supposed to be in this meeting table, they're not really the best at PvP, so realistically, it's Kingslayer versus 7 members of Veronia. Could Kingslayer win? No. Could Kingslayer fight? Yes. But would he? Yes, because Kingslayer has nothing to lose at this point. He might as well fight them. But the members of Veronia were quite terrified. If Gale's scared of this guy, maybe we should be too. What if this guy's good at PvP as well? And, well, I guess we find out soon. And so the following events would lead to the biggest battle in Season 3 history, the Battle of the Guild Forge. It would be Kingslayer versus Gale, Solid, Theory, Slim, Francis, Evoker, and Woody. It would be insane. This battle would be the absolute turning point within the server, and it would lead up to the final events of the server. Now, I have absolutely no idea what Kingslayer was feeling at this point, because you'd have to think, well, from his perspective here, 7 dudes, including Gale, are all ready to invade his country that he had now obtained, but he also doesn't care about the country. So He's gonna go all out. Respawn acres, crystals, TNT, he could care less about the structure of the country, meaning that the enemy was at a slight disadvantage because they'd want to use less explosives, because the more explosive, the more damage they would have to, fix up later, because, they're gonna win. So, Kingslayer is kind of at an advantage here. Also, Kingslayer could care less about these guys and their lives, and killing Gale would be the ultimate plus for Kingslayer. So Kingslayer is at an absolute advantage here, and he's already got the fear of God. So, Kingslayer is kind of feeling unstoppable at this point, but he also recognizes that 7 guys are charging him, but then again, he's been practicing for so long, he should be ready for this. Now, if you don't know by now, Veronia and the Guild Forge are about 4,000 blocks apart, so a journey would be required for the members of Veronia to get to the Guild Forge. This bought Kingslayer some time, and he started to get his battle plan ready. The members of Veronia needed a place to actually camp out for a minute to prepare and put some secret beds around, and Kingslayer knew this, and he prepared for the battle. All the members of Veronia made the journey, and I eventually found everybody in encampment, laid down the plan, and eventually we got ready for the battle. I then sent Kingslayer this photo saying, "Come and get us," and he logs on 5 minutes later. The battle plan was simple. Theory would charge with his Ice Walker through the river in between our encampment and the Guild Forge, and we would all take him on head on. The plan was, do not let him run. Immediately, all of us together charge for him and immediately take him down. Just like that, with teamwork, and as long as everybody sticks together, we should win this battle. And that's, what they attempted to do. In reality, I got horrified of the prospect of fighting Kingslayer, and I left. I didn't even fight in the battle. However, Solid took command, and Solid readied up the men. Everybody was not going to quit, and eventually the battle began. When Kingslayer sent out the message that he was going to war against Gale, Duelist had sensed something fishy. Duelist had warned everyone that something was a little wrong with the whole Kingslayer story. A 2-year-long grudge, suddenly Gale being scared. Something wasn't right here. This puzzle just couldn't be solved. Duelist was quite concerned that something else was at play. And he was right. You see, after the War of the End Times, me and Solid hatched up a plan to, well, cut off the server a little early. We wanted something big. We wanted a big battle. And we couldn't just betray all of our friends. No, they would just leave and they won't even fight us. So let's come up with a plan. And so we did. And then the Kingslayer story was born. That's right. This whole time, Kingslayer was me. That's right. The Battle of the Guildforge. Me giving Kingslayer the Empire. Me giving him the Guildforge. Him suddenly raiding Veronia even though he had no spies. It was all a trick. I was Kingslayer the entire time. And it was all summed up by Francis in this image. After the Battle of the Guildforge, me and Solid packed up all the loot and built a quick bunker. This bunker contained all of the loot, and it was never robbed or stolen from, and the server was beginning its end, of course. Duelist was quite shocked when he figured out that Kingslayer was me, and so was the rest of the server. However, Duelist was in a kind of I told you so type of vibe. He was telling everybody, hey, I warned you. What were you guys doing? But the trick was just too powerful. And so, one final battle for the Gale SMP had finally happened. The Battle of the Guildforge is single-handedly the greatest battle in Gale SMP Season 3 history, maybe even the best battle in the total series. And to be honest, it was fun. The server itself was fun, and Season 3 was a great server, and everybody was happy with it, including me. Now, of course, with every great server comes a peaceful ending, and so happily, one happened. 2 weeks after the Battle of the Guildforge, a party was held at Spawn, and this party was a short party. It was a party with just a small amount of members, mainly the main cast, me, Solid, Duelist, Drab, others. It was generally kind of sad watching Season 3 finally slip out of our hands, but the server was great. I appreciate all of you who played. I'll talk to you later about that. But yeah, people just hung out at Spawn, we took the server photo, and that was that. And so, after all this time, Season 3 came to a close with one of the biggest wars and biggest battles ever fought in the entirety of the Gale SMP. This season was great, and hopefully we can get some others like that. That's even if we even get other seasons of the Gale SMP. I mean, I don't even know if we do. Or do we?